If you listen to any amount of the major daily media, any amount whatsoever, uncritically, then you know one thing for sure. That black people are relentless victims of relentless white racism all the time, everywhere. That explains everything. I mean, last night I heard it on the NPR radio. I was listening to a program called 1A. They had a couple of authors, book college professors, a reporter or two, and the host. And they were just kind of going around in a circle, each one trying to up the ante on what it means for white kids in Washington, D.C. to wear a Make America Great Again hat. They all agreed that that is a racial provocation. To wear it is to make a statement that you are a racist. And why could you blame anybody for getting triggered when they see that hat? That hat is a license to be attacked. That hat is a license to attack white people for black people. And if you didn't believe me there, listen to Joe Biden. He's been on a tear for the last couple of days, reminding people of all the white racism, the unconscious white racism everybody has, parentheses, except for him, parentheses, everybody has. Kristen Gillibrand said the same thing the other night, that, white people have to get on board with all this black struggle. And of course, Elizabeth Warren. This is a very long list. Very long list. And it just goes unchallenged, point for point for point. Nobody's challenging these guys. That's why they get to say all these ridiculous things. That's why we challenge them. That's why you have to share these videos and podcasts and books and articles and challenge them. They are unchallenged. It's the greatest lie of our generation. And while Joe Biden et al. Are spreading this great lie, greatest lie of our generation, here's what else is happening just the last couple days. There's an enormous amount of black on white murder going on. Yesterday on Twitter and on my Minds.com channel, I posted 4 black on white murders. I was thinking, okay, I know I'll have 1 or 2 more to do tomorrow. These are recent murders. Then as soon as I started posting them, people from around the country started throwing me other murders from their neighborhoods, from Oregon, from Alabama, from Georgia, from here, from there, from every damn place in the country. I don't know how many we got here. We got like 8 more. Look at the dates on the articles. They're all recent. Try to find me a white on black murder. So this begs the question, even as we watch the parents tell their little kids fairy tales of black victimization, in the real life, white people are victims of black crime and violence by a ridiculously wide amount. So the question is, who's going to give the white children the talk? When are white parents going to give white children the talk? John Derbyshire got fired from National Review, reminding people of the facts of what happens when a white person and a black person have a violent encounter. It's not the white person attacking the black person. It's not the white person killing and robbing and raping the black person. It's the other damn way around. That's the talk. He got fired for that. And now National Review is the first to jump on, to pile on the white kids down in Washington, D.C., after CNN says the white kids in MAGA hats are triggering the helpless Indians and black people on the streets of D.C. And the National Review comes out and says what those white kids did was worse than spitting on a crucifix. Who's going to give the talk if not the National Review? They are, oh man, so many conservatives disgrace themselves with that example. And so that takes this fairy tale of black victimization to another level, doesn't it? If people believe that black people are victims of white racism, they might not be aware that the exact opposite is true, and they might find themselves in situations just like this.
If nothing else, remember, this was a good child.
A good kid Detox watched grow up. Now she's comforting Chandler Erskine's family after he was shot and killed Sunday afternoon.
He loved to hunt. He was and be with his friends, like a typical teenage boy.
The 16-year-old was killed just north of Oak Grove at the intersection of Percy Morton Lane and Old Kilburn Road.
This family will now miss out on his graduation and his marriage and his being able to have children.
Tubbs says she can't imagine why someone would want Erskine dead.
You never saw him without him having a smile on his face.
She says he was an honor student with a huge heart.
Walked into a room, lit the room up. Never met a stranger. He loved everyone. Everyone loved him. I can't even begin to comprehend the pain that this family is going through.
Bloomington police tell us it's a drug deal gone bad here at Plato's Court in Knights Landing in Bloomington. 2 people shot. 1 died.
The suspects had actually traveled to Bloomington from Fort Wayne with the intent to purchase marijuana from the victims.
Sometime during that trek, however, the 2, Jamarius Turnage, age 25, and Cleotis Collins Jr., age 24, decided, according to police, that they would steal it.
Kalen Cruz and Jerome Middleton are both charged with murder and armed robbery. They're accused of killing 31-year-old Justin Paolo late Saturday night on Wilson Street in Taunton. According to the prosecutor, the 2 stabbed Wilson and stole from him that night before taking off. Investigators say a doorbell camera helped them identify the suspects. They also say Paolo, the victim, was taken to the hospital by family members before police got to the scene. And here's what Paolo's brother and sister said about him just a little while ago.
Yes, big, hot, plain, very family oriented.
Yeah, good morning, guys. In this criminal complaint, I learned new gruesome details about that missing woman who was found dead and the man arrested, Dale Cooper, who is facing homicide charges this morning. Now, Heather Short had been missing since November. Just yesterday, homicide detectives found her remains in a wooded area along Scott Haven Road in Sutterville. That's in Westmoreland County. Now, after investigating several leads, police arrested Dale Cooper. According to the complaint here, witnesses claim Cooper strangled Short with an extension cord and said, quote, "No one will ever find her body."
Thank you. Police have released a picture of the man they're looking for connected to a murder of a business owner in East Charlotte. This is a surveillance picture of that suspect. Police say that Elchin Kalulu owned this cell phone repair shop off North Sharon Amity Road. He was shot and killed Monday morning.
Arrest a suspect in connection to Jackson's 8th homicide of the year. Police said 60-year-old Mac Pope was found shot multiple times inside a truck on Cornett Place Wednesday night. Witnesses say someone inside another car fired shots into Pole's truck before getting away.
Her shift had just ended, and the drive was short. But Barbara Harper never made it home.
I'm sick. I'm sick.
The 71-year-old United States postal worker murdered when police say this man, Dakota Siders, mistakenly targeted her.
Her routine was to come home from work every day and walk herself through this park with her dog. And it was just a senseless murder.
7 o'clock Thursday evening, Cleveland police say 58-year-old Sheila Wallace was walking her dog Winston in the park near her home at West 123rd Street and McGowan Avenue. That's when someone shot her in the head, killing her.
Right now, police are working to learn a motive in a murder-suicide involving 5 people. 26-year-old Jacoby King said to be the shooter, killing his former boyfriend Ryan Chesser, according to police. Chesser and Eric Bryant both died on scene. 2 others survived, but King shot himself. Police say the group was coming from a club before this happened.
Jacoby and the girl was just over to my son's house hanging out about between 1 and 1:30, and then they left to go back to the west side, Jacoby and the girl. I don't know her, only heard of her.
We spoke exclusively with King's mother today. She says she did not know her son to be in a gay relationship. She says her son was dating one of the surviving women. She did not understand how police concluded her son was with Chesser.
This whole thing about him possibly dating one of the men who were killed is...
No, that's not true at all. My son and I have a really great relationship. We're very open. I don't discriminate against anything. I have an open door policy with all of my children. Jacoby could have come to me and told me that.
Furthermore, King's mother says he was living a happy life. She believes something must have triggered her son to shoot 4 people and then himself.
I'm sorry. I feel empathy in my heart for everyone that's involved. I want the facts to come in, and I want the record straightened about who he was actually dating in that home. I do not want his reputation to be tarnished by this incident. I love my child, and I have empathy for everyone that's involved.
Some of these murders don't even merit a story on their local TV news. out in northwest Indiana. This young lady and her boyfriend may have been up to something. Maybe they shouldn't have been involved, and there may have been some drugs involved. They were targeted by drug dealers once and twice. Second time was the charm. She was killed. Two of the fellas are arrested. Then we head over to Kelso, Oregon. One of the fella walks in with a gun, shoots a shopkeep, shoots the woman working in the convenience store. Just a 20-something-year-old white chick. That was it. Down in Clayton County, Georgia, that's basically Atlanta. This fella walked up to a guy sitting in a car, put a gun in there, and killed him. The paper said they can't figure out why he did it. There wasn't any. I mean, it's not like one of these mysterious drug dealers or Craigslist murders. He just killed him. Killed a 20-year-old dude, white dude. How about another double murder suicide? This fella killed his wife, who's an American Indian, and their child. He was not a monster, says his relatives. This is a long list. Could have added 5 more. I could have added yesterday's. That's another 10. There's an enormous amount of black and white murder going out there, and black and white violence. And nobody's acknowledging this as something that's a thing.
Please, sir. I want some more.
Not one person. Nobody will give pushback besides us here. I mean, I'm talking pushback. I'm not talking about dancing around the terms. I'm talking about looking in the camera straight in the eye and going, what's up with this black on white murder? Wildly out of proportion. Why are you hiding it? Why are you covering it up? Give me a better reason than you just don't want to make the black kids angry.